Welcome. Today we are going to look at history paper 2. Kindly subscribe. Section A, 25 marks. Answer all the questions in the section in the answer booklet provided. Question 1. State 2 reasons why the study of government is important. It helps us to understand how laws are made, helps us understand the organs of the state, help us understand how government raises and spends revenue, helps us compare our government system with other systems in other countries. Question 2. Define the term prehistory. It is the study of man's history before written records were used. Or you can say it's the study of man's distant past. Question 3. Name 2 economic activities of man in the prehistoric period. Hunting, gathering, fishing. So you can give any 2. Question 4. Give 2 examples of tools made by Middle Stone Age man. Choppers, daggers, scrapers, tag. So you just give 2. Identify one factor that forced early man to change from hunting and gathering to food production. Increased population which could not be provided with adequate food by the environment. Climatic changes like drought that threatened life of animals and plants. Competition for food among human beings and between human beings and animals. Question 6. Name 2 early centers of agriculture in the world. Mesopotamia, Egypt, to be specific, Nile Valley, Indus Valley, Ganges Valley in India. Question 7. Name the type of writing invented by early world. Hieroglyphics. Question 8. Give 2 advantages of money system in trade. It is not bulky. Money is store of value or wealth. It is easily divisible into smaller units. It is a measure of value for goods and services. Question 9. State 2 ways in which the Industrial Revolution in Europe promoted colonialism. Colonies acted as sources of raw materials for industries. Colonies acted as markets for the manufactured goods. Colonies acted as outlets where they could invest surplus capital. Question 10. What was the most important symbol of unity among the Asante? The golden stool. Question 11. Name what chartered companies which were used to administer European colonial possessions in Africa. The Royal Niger Company, the British South African Company, the Germany East African Company, the Imperial British East African Company. Question 12. State 2 conditions that one had to fulfill to become assimilated to French West Africa. Ability to speak French, literacy in French, that is able to read and write in French, service in the French army, or you give service to the French government. One had to be monogamous, had to be converted to Christianity. Question 13. State 1 way through which the Europeans maintained peace among themselves during the partition of Africa. By signing treaties among themselves, by organizing the Berlin Conference to lay down the guiding principles of partition. Question 14. Apart from Nigeria and Ghana, name other West African country which was ruled by British. Gambia. Question 15. What is the main function of Security Council of the UNO? The main function is to maintain international peace and security. Question 16. Mention one method used by the international community to hasten independence in South Africa. Economic sanctions, social sanctions, for example, banned from international games. Question 17. Identify one type of democracy. So you can just give one, either absolute democracy or constitutional democracy. Section B. Answer any 3 questions from this section in the answer booklet provided. 18A. State 3 roles played by the Tuaregs in the trans-Saharan trade. They acted as guides. They provided security to traders. They acted as interpreters. They maintained the oasis. They provided food and accommodation to traders. Question 18B. Explain 6 effects of the trans-Saharan trade. A class of wealthy Arabs and African traders came up. It led to spread of Islamic religion. Trading centers became big urban centers. That is, they led to the growth of town, for example, Gaokano, Saleh, Timbuktu. Transport facilities were improved, led to the settlement by the Arabs and the Swahili traders in West Africa, led to intermarriages between the Arabs and the Africans. New industries were introduced like leather and textile industries. It increased warfare. It introduced new cultural value. In West Africa, for example, people adopted new styles of dressing and eating habits, led to the introduction of empires, for example, the Mali Empire, Songhai and Ghana, led to the depopulation of West Africa through the slave trade, opened West Africa